are back. This is Space Boy and
Mask of Gale.
Alright, we're winning on Riggio versus Alhecks. This is going to be a Terry Wolf matchup, presumably. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. These are both scrappy characters. They're both trying to get up in each other's grill. They both have zoning tools. Wolf probably has the better ones, but they're both trying to fight, getting in each other's space, but that's a little scary against Terry.
Terry is one of the fighting game characters, and as many of you know, that incorporates all sorts of moves, including inputs that you don't necessarily have within your special, so as long as you know the full input, it can become a very powerful move, all things considered.
Riggio. Should I switch him? Okay.
So yeah, keeping that in mind, that for Terry's case, that would involve when that little flash and go symbol usually appears by his health gauge. So I would imagine that Riggio would know a thing or two about how to utilize that move, but we shall see if it comes into play and all that good jazz. Meanwhile, Alhecks, one of the e-board members, strutting some stuff with Wolf. Definitely a Star Fox character of his own proportions, and one that certainly can bring the pain, but you definitely want to know how to use him, because he's certainly a league of his own game as compared to Fox and Falcon.
He's starting the game off the way I kind of expected, sort of with zoning, but you can see that the crack shoot there, it really is good at closing the distance for Terry. It's got a lot of either iframes or just good hitbox priority. To be honest, I'm not sure, but it sort of just goes through things. Terry does have a lot of options like that really lets him close the gap. They're a little weird, they're a little crazy. The power dunk on good display right here.
Indeed.
He's sort of throwing it out. A lot of iframes. There's another move, Charge Rising Tackle. You know, Charge Rising Tackle I feel is a bit underutilized as a tool by Terry mains in general. You have an invincible anti-air in this game. Like, it's a very useful tool to use. You can really threaten space with it. And there Alex just got sniped for trying to two-frame him at the ledge, because those feet are invincible when it's charged.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, yeah.
And Riggio's a pro Terry player, as we can see, because he can do jab, jab, rising tackle.
Oh, yeah.
That's the big thing about Terry, is that jab, jab, power dunk, for as hated as it is, isn't invincible. There is a way to SDI out, but that SDI is covered by jab, jab, rising tackle. If you SDI out for power dunk, you're going to get hit by the rising tackle, and vice versa.
Now, with the go symbol in effect, I do believe that means that Riggio could very well use the power geyser or geyser.
You could see him kind of just fishing for a parry there, hoping that Alex would bite, but you know, he answers back and he gets rid of the big threat.
Yeah.
Sort of just trying to get his zoning started up here, maybe a little combo.
Yeah.
Nice nair burn knuckle from Riggio.
Indeed. Meanwhile, with Wolf, now, if I'm not mistaken, Terry's projectiles are ones that the reflector cannot bounce back. Is that correct?
I'm actually not entirely sure, but it would be kind of interesting. The power wave seems like something you should be able to reflect, but I got no idea. It doesn't seem like Alex really giving it a chance either way.
No, not at all.
Riggio's offense is kind of going crazy, and he's gotten a lot of big punish opportunities, like you saw right there. Nice little combo that he put together, 40% from 0.
Yeah,
this is just the kind of character that Terry is, and with a nair burn knuckle, that's going to seal the stock. And game 1 will go to Riggio.
Indeed. Well played, and very, very nice skill. I can only imagine how hard it is to be able to come to grips with that. Because I used to play Ryu back in Smash 4, and one of the techniques I always liked to use was the Shakinetsu Hadouken. But even then, you could only do so much. With Terry, on the other hand, being from a different game entirely and having that incorporated into his moveset, the mix-up potential is just real.
I feel like Terry is a little bit easier to handle, though. I feel like he's a little less stubby, he's a little less stiff when moving around, so it gives you a little more freedom, but you definitely have to do some hours in the lab in order to figure out these combo routes, and we can see that Riggio is really performing just the prototypical Terry round on Alex here, just really getting his combos. Good SDI by Alex, getting out of that jab, jab, power dunk, but Not going to kill mid-stage, a little bit of staleness, but 128 on Alhecks right here. He has to really
huge
watch
pressure,
out.
very huge pressure. Like when you're Wolf and you're against this powerhouse, you do not want to get caught up anywhere close to him, and you want to very much be cautious of your distance between and all that stuff, because we've seen the long to close, close to long. I can't even find the right words to do this description justice, and yet this is like poetry in motion, I would say.
Another big thing is Terry's confirms are incredibly powerful. He gets these incredibly quick light normals that just he can cancel straight into special moves and super moves. It's honestly kind of insane, the potential that he gets. Excellent. Oh, power wave there, but he doesn't manage to make it back, and Alhecks does. I suppose he just didn't, he was holding down near ledge, or it simply didn't register.
Yeah.
And then jab, jab, power dunk, the drop down, the unstale.
These
you
are
might
not
as well.
looking good for Alhecks right here. That is a given. But I will say, to endure the damage coming at him is very admirable. I know I've been under that kind of.
Excellent confirm. He just has the basic combos down, and that's really big in this matchup where you can just land one hit, get 30, 40, 50% off, and keep going. Even went for a little bit of the yellow burn knuckle, trying to see if he could catch him at ledge, but not quite. Now he's just building up space, like tacking on extra damage, extra percent. He could even get a kill here if he gets something like a jab, jab, rising tackle, or straight smash attack. It's going to be pretty difficult.
I wouldn't be
for
surprised.
Alhecks.
In fact, there it is. Asking you shall receive.
Power dunk comes out and seals it.
Unfortunately, that'll have to push Alhecks down to the losers, but oh man.
All right, I'm going to get off here for a moment. You'll be joined by a different commentator for a different time. And,
We'll be right
see
back.
you guys later.
We will indeed be right back.